where we uncover the hidden stories and surprising values behind some of Europe's most fascinating treasures. In today's video, we're diving into the world of the European 10 euro cent coin, a small yet beautifully crafted piece that holds far more significance than most people realize. Whether you're a passionate collector or just curious about the worth of that golden coin in your drawer, this story will reveal why certain 10 euro cent coins have become highly desirable among collectors, and how their rarity can turn an ordinary piece of change into a valuable collectible worth thousands. First coin. Among the vast and often uniform sea of modern European coinage, the French 10 euro cent coin from the year 2000 stands as a legendary and paradoxical figure. While millions of its siblings entered circulation without a second glance, a specific, ultra-rare variety of this coin has become one of the most coveted and expensive modern numismatic treasures. Its appeal lies not in ancient history or precious metal content, but in a profound and fascinating minting error that created a ghost-like duplicate of its central design. For specialists in modern errors and French coinage, acquiring this piece represents the pinnacle of the hobby, a chase for a coin that defies its own mass-produced nature and commands astonishing prices in the collector market, often sparking fierce bidding wars when an example surfaces. The historical context of this coin is inextricably linked to the monumental introduction of the physical euro currency. The year 2000 was a preparatory period, with member nations minting vast quantities of their respective national designs in anticipation of the cash changeover in January 2002. The French Mint, or Monnaie de Paris, was operating at an immense capacity to produce the required volume. It was within this high-pressure, high-volume environment that the errors occurred. The coin does not commemorate a specific person or event. Rather, its significance is born from the machinery and processes of its creation. The sword, designed by Laurent Jorlot, an artistic representation of a recurring French national symbol, was destined to be a common sight, yet a minute number were struck in a way that forever separated them from the rest. What makes this coin exceptionally valuable is a specific and dramatic striking error known as a double impression or brockage. On the obverse, the iconic portrait of Marion, the personification of the French Republic, appears normally. However, the reverse, which should feature the modern map of Europe, is dramatically transformed. Instead of a single, clear map, the surface shows a heavily distorted, overlapping double image of the map and the denomination. This occurs when a previously struck coin fails to eject from the press and becomes a die cap, impressing its own design onto the planchet of the next coin before the new die strikes it. The result is a mesmerizing, chaotic, and visually striking error that is impossible to replicate outside the minting process. In high-grade conditions, every distorted detail of this dual image is sharply defined, adding to its visual impact and value. The rarity of this specific 2010 cent double impression error cannot be overstated. While official mintage figures for error coins are never published, numismatic consensus, based on years of market observation and population reports from grading services, suggests that only a handful of authentic examples are known to exist. Perhaps only a dozen or so specimens have been professionally certified and are accounted for in private collections. This extreme scarcity is the primary engine of its value. Condition is paramount. Examples that have been preserved in mint state, showing no signs of circulation, and with the full detail of the error evident, represent the absolute peak for collectors. A single grade point difference on the Sheldon scale can translate to a difference of thousands of dollars in market value. The market value for a certified high-grade example of this error is firmly in the realm of four figures, reflecting its status as a trophy piece. Realized prices at major international auctions have consistently ranged from approximately $2,800 for a lower-end mint state example to over $4,500 for a superb gem quality specimen, graded MS-65 or higher. Private sales between knowledgeable collectors often occur within this range as well. The value is driven by the perfect storm of being a dramatic error on a modern, widely recognized coin from a major European nation with an almost mythical level of scarcity. Unlike ancient coins whose values can fluctuate, the market for this specific error has shown a steady and impressive appreciation over the past decade as more collectors enter the modern error niche. For any collector aspiring to own this coin, vigilance and verification are the only paths to success. The first and most critical step is to insist on examples that have been encapsulated and authenticated by a top-tier grading service such as PCGS or NGC. Their designation will explicitly state double impression or blockage on the holder, confirming the error's authenticity and protecting against the sophisticated counterfeits that inevitably target such valuable modern coins. Acquiring such a piece is not a matter of searching through pocket change, but requires active monitoring of major numismatic auction houses and building relationships with specialized dealers in modern European coinage or error specialists. Given its value, secure storage, such as a quality safe or a safety deposit box, is a necessary consideration once acquired. In conclusion, the French 2010 euro cent double impression error is far more than a piece of currency. It is a numismatic masterpiece of misfortune. It encapsulates a fleeting moment of mechanical failure during one of Europe's most significant monetary transitions, frozen in metal for eternity. Its appeal is multifaceted, combining the clean, modern aesthetics of the Euro series with the raw, unpredictable beauty of a major mint error. For the advanced collector, it represents a supreme achievement, a centerpiece of any specialized collection of modern coins or errors, with a proven track record as a solid and appreciating store of value. Its legend only grows with each passing year, securing its place in the annals of 21st century numismatics. Next coin. This is a 10 euro cent coin from Spain, minted in 2003, and despite its dirty and aged condition, it holds an incredible story of value, history, and rarity. While most people overlook these small copper-toned coins as simple pocket change, collectors know better. This Spanish coin has earned its place among the most intriguing euro issues, not only because of its distinct design, but also due to the limited number that survive today in collectible condition. Beneath its worn surface lies a legacy of craftsmanship and cultural pride that makes it stand out from ordinary coins of its type. The year 2003 marked a period of steady transition for the euro currency, which had only recently replaced national currencies across Europe. Spain, one of the early adopters of the euro, produced millions of coins to stabilize circulation within its growing economy. However, not every minting batch was identical. Minor differences in die pressure, planchet quality, and striking depth led to unique variations. Some coins from this year even displayed misalignment or slightly doubled details on the obverse, adding layers of interest for numismatists. Over time, the Spanish 10 euro cent coin from this era became an important symbol of the country's early euro-era identity. On the obverse side, the 2003 Spanish 10 euro cent coin proudly features the effigy of King Juan Carlos I, surrounded by 12 stars representing the European Union. The king's portrait is deeply engraved, showing the skill and precision of Spanish minting artisans. On the reverse side, designed by Luc Lykex, the European map stretches elegantly, showing the unity of the continent under one currency. The warm, gold-like tone of the Nordic gold alloy used gives this coin its distinct luster, which can appear more reddish or dull depending on wear. Even in a dirty state, the detailing, especially around the king's profile and the year mark, remains a captivating sight for collectors. Rarity plays a vital role in elevating the desirability of this coin. While millions were struck, only a small portion remain in collectible condition today, as circulation, wear, and oxidation have affected most pieces. Those found in poor yet identifiable condition, such as this dirty example, still capture collector interest because they represent authentic circulation history. Coins that survived without corrosion or heavy scratches, particularly those with visible minting errors or sharp rim edges, are even more sought after. The 2003 issue, compared to later mintings, exhibits subtle die characteristics that specialists can immediately recognize, adding another layer of distinction to this small yet significant piece of numismatic art. Collectors value this coin not only for its age, but also for its representation of early Euro-era Spain. It stands out in the Euro cent series for combining regal portraiture with the ideal of European unity, making it both a national and continental symbol. Enthusiasts admire it for its artistic precision and its place within Spain's modern coinage history. As collecting interest in early Euro coins continues to rise, these 2003 Spanish issues have become a key target for investors and historians alike. Their connection to the dawn of a new monetary era ensures their relevance for years to come. Today, depending on condition, eye appeal, and originality, the 2003 Spanish 10 cent coin can fetch impressive sums on the market. A heavily circulated, dirty example might bring around $700, while cleaner, more defined specimens can command between $1,200 and $2,400. Exceptionally preserved or error-struck examples, those with minting flaws or proof-like details, have been valued as high as $4,300 in private auctions. Its value continues to appreciate slowly, reflecting both collector demand and the growing nostalgia for the early years of the euro. Even coins found in circulation can turn out to be hidden treasures if inspected closely for unique minting traits. For collectors aiming to add this coin to their collection, the key lies in condition and originality. Always look for sharp details on the king's portrait and clean, readable lettering around the rim. Avoid coins with deep scratches or corrosion spots, as these significantly reduce value. Cleaning should be avoided. Natural patina adds authenticity and appeal. Checking local flea markets, old coin shops, and online European auctions can yield promising finds. Some collectors even suggest searching mixed euro coin lots, where undervalued pieces sometimes appear unnoticed. Keeping a good magnifier on hand and understanding grading standards will help identify potential high-value specimens. In conclusion, the Spanish 10 cent coin from 2003 may appear humble and worn, but it carries within it the story of Spain's transition into the Euro age and the craftsmanship of its minting tradition. Its historical value, distinctive design, and rarity make it a standout among early Euro issues, offering collectors both emotional and financial rewards. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned enthusiast, discovering one of these coins can feel like uncovering a piece of modern European history. Stay tuned. Up next, we'll explore another remarkable European treasure that might just be sitting unnoticed in your coin jar. Next coin. Of all the common, everyday coins that fill our pockets, few have a story as quietly compelling as the Spanish 10 cent coin from 2005. While it might look like just another piece of small change, this particular coin, especially when found in a specific state, represents a fascinating and valuable anomaly in modern European numismatics. Its appeal isn't from a dramatic error, but from a subtle and elusive variety that was produced for only a single year, making it a key date and a sleeper hit for series collectors. For those who specialize in the pan-European Euro coin series, locating this coin is a primary objective, a piece that completes a puzzle and holds a value that far outstrips its humble face value and worn appearance. The historical backdrop of this coin is the early consolidation of the euro. By 2005, the new currency was no longer a novelty, but the established monetary system for Spain and its fellow EU members. The Madrid Mint was deep into its production run, having worked out the initial kinks of the 2002 launch. However, it was in this year that a specific, and as it turned out, temporary design element was utilized. The 2005 10-cent coin features the iconic portrait of King Juan Carlos I, but it is one of the last regular-issue years to bear his likeness in this specific format before design changes would later take effect. This places it at the end of an era, a final snapshot of a specific period in Spanish regal numismatics, minted not for special sets but for everyday commerce, which ironically contributes to its current scarcity.